Welcome to Minneapolis High School Basketball here on SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20 as the Minneapolis Lions getting ready to take on the Hoisington Cardinals here in the first round of SubState here at home in Minneapolis. I'm joined tonight with my partners as usual, Dale Leech and Mike Perry, and the three of us here without Dale Henderson. We've had Dale throughout the year, and I'm sure Dale will be here, but probably won't be up here with us tonight. But guys, good to be back with you guys, as always, back on the air. First round of SubState. And the next 6 games, hopefully, leading towards an eventual state tournament.
12 games, why not?
Huh?
12 games, why
12
not?
games, absolutely. Girls and boys, absolutely. So,
kind of unusual to be playing the Hoisington Cardinals here in Minneapolis with us going to the Winter Jam in Hoisington the last 7 years, I think it is now. But,
do we tell Scott where H really is tonight?
Well, he's on his way home.
Oh, that's right.
He's on his way home.
He
yeah.
was in sunny Arizona. He was going to watch the Royals play the Cubbies yesterday. He saw a win.
They got to win.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He is, but I think he's on his way home tonight.
Well, he'll be getting back into the warmer weather, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is SubState quarterfinal action here, Class 3A. The Hoisington SubState as the number 2 seed Lions get ready to take on the number 7 seed Hoisington Cardinals, and tomorrow night the Norton girls number 7 seed will be in to face our number 2 seed Lady Lions here at the same time, 7 p.m.
You know, you get to this time of the year, you throw the records really out the book. You have seeds, but really at this point, it's live or die.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, they're going to give it their all. It's win or go home. So,
yep.
You gotta be ready to go. It's keep your eye on the prize to get to state tournament and then do well there. And I'm sure these guys would love, the Hoisington guys would love nothing more than to get home and play on their court.
Play on their home court.
Semifinals next Thursday. So the guys are going to have, Minneapolis guys are going to have to come out and work hard here tonight.
To win and move on.
Minneapolis is 14-6 overall. Hoisington is 7-13. They had some interesting games. They started off in the early season playing some powerful Division I Class 1A squads. They got beat by Central Plains in Claflin, which is a neighbor to them, real close, 79-33, and then Maxville, goodness, they're a freight train. They got beat by them 73-58. One common opponent, they beat Ellsworth in the semifinals out at the Winter Jam in Hoisington by 5, 32-27. They have played a very top-ranked team in 3A, Heston, at home, and lost by a score 57-25. They played Great Bend, lost by 15 to them, 49-34. So that's a pretty big school to be playing against for their size. The last game they played against the 4A squad Marney and lost 61-53. So hasn't been a real successful season for them, but they've played some quality opponents. And I'm glad this year, after 4 successive years, we don't get to see the 6'8" boy. I can't remember his name, but he's down at Houston Baptist.
Yeah.
They had several years in a row where they had a good complement of players around that 6'8" kid that were just very difficult for us to deal with. Points-wise, they're averaging giving up 52 points, scoring 44, so they're a -8 clip there. Minneapolis Lions are giving up 48, scoring 57, so we're +9. So we score more than they give up on an average, 57, compared to giving up 52 on average.
But they have said, looking at their schedule, they've had some tough opponents in there.
Yes, they have.
So.
Yes, they have. One thing of note here tonight, Coach Shoup's going for his 100th win, according to my record.
Oh, wow.
So, don't want to say any more things.
Coaches always work towards the year to have their boys improve as the year goes along. You know, you never want to count anyone out. You get late in the season, they could be a pretty hot team. They could be playing real well together, whereas the opponent might not be playing so well at that time. And to be quite honest, Minneapolis hasn't played real well last 3 games out.
No, we haven't. And of course, we've hit Republic County. It was real hot that night, and they've got some quality kids. They lost their last game, I think, to Sacred Heart at home. I think. But they've played well of late.
So yeah, we need to play well and gain a little confidence, then go down to Hoisington and see what we can do with kids from the dark side.
We've full complement of players back. We had David Johns back in the lineup and Eric Yoxel. So those will be good to come off the bench and give our starters some relief. Overall, this is the 14th game in the series. Minneapolis leads at 8-5. So we've lost 2 games in a row in the Winter Jam 2 years ago in the finals, and then in 2013 in the semifinals. And the big reason we lost those games is gone, and I can't remember his name, but
He's
I want to say it starts with an S.
all of 6'8", that's for sure.
Minneapolis has a 10-3 record since 2000 when we've been broadcasting in the quarterfinals of sub-state action. See if we can add to that here tonight. Any other news and news you want to share? Talk about that?
You know, no, not really. Looking at this, like I said earlier, you throw the records really out the books because anytime a team can come in and they can start a streak. And this is one of those you just definitely can't overlook, and you got to come in and fight hard against them. Looking down at their list, they've got some young players on this team, and they do have 3 seniors, and they start those 3 seniors. But talking to the young man, they've got 4 freshmen, and some of them play. So we will have the starting lineups here. Minneapolis in their home white, and the Hoisington Cardinals in their traveling red. We will pause for the national anthem. You're listening to SlinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20.
Cody Stetler.
Stetler. I said it started with an S. Hey.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Stetler, or something like that.
1982 since the Hoisington boys have been here in Minneapolis. Their girls were here in the early part of the last decade for some tournament action, I think. Been a long time. We've had either Hoisington squad here.
we will have the starting lineups here in just a second as Mr. Weedle gives the PA announcement for good sportsmanship. As I said earlier, now a like opponent, you know, the Haxton is his brother,
the
head coach.
He looks a lot like him too.
Pretty much twins.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they've talked.
Oh, I'm sure they have. So the starting lineups for the Hoisington High School: Bradley Reif, a 5'10" junior, and for Minneapolis, a 6'1" sophomore, Josh Macy. For the Hoisington Cardinals, number 2, Trent Schremer, a 5'2" senior for the Cardinals, and for Minneapolis, number 14, a 6'1" junior, Gage Mortimer. For the Hoisington Cardinals, number 11, a 6'2" senior, number 11, Lucas Flager. And for Minneapolis, number 33, a 6'3" junior, John Kelly. For the Hoisington Cardinals, number 12, a sophomore, Stephen Dolacek, a 5'11" sophomore for the Cardinals. And for Minneapolis, number 23, a senior, a 6-foot senior, Brandon Davis. And for the Hoisington Cardinals, number 23, 6'2" senior, Christopher Wright. And for Minneapolis, number 30, a 6'1" senior, Alex Yoxel. So they match up height-wise pretty even with this.
Yeah, there's no advantage either team for height in this game now that Stelter is gone. He was a difficult matchup for us, especially this junior and senior year.
So about 40 seconds away as we get ready to go here on our home floor, first round of SubState, the Hoisington SubState. So you know just as well Hoisington is wanting to go back home.
You bet.
And Minneapolis is going to have to do their best tonight on their home floor in front of their home crowd. We got a nice crowd here tonight as they go to cheer on our own Minneapolis Lions. Mike Perry, Dale Leech, myself, Scott Ausherman here as we get ready to go. And Mike, pretty exciting for the boys to go tonight as we get ready to go.
Yes, this time of the year is always exciting. And we'll see how far we can go. They need to start off on a good foot here tonight, and they've got a couple tough ones ahead of them. So I look forward to a good game here tonight.
Tip is up, and it's in the hands of Josh Macy as Macy will set it up for the offense. Crosses the half-court line. Macy to the right-hand side. They look for the offense to set up, and they pull it back out. They get it to Kelly at the top of the key as they work the ball around. Back to Mortimer. Mortimer back to Macy as they work it down low. They try to work it down low. Pull it back out to Brandon Davis. They look at the three. They pull it into Kelly. Kelly in the paint. Shot up and no good. Rebound by Alex Yoxel. Up and good. Nice job by Alex Yoxel with the big rebound in the paint. Minneapolis picks up a full court. All goes in the hands of Reif back to Schremer. Schremer back to Reif. Reif over the top. They quickly try to get it across. Then they do to Reif. And they set it up back in the hands of Dolacek. Dolacek back to Schremer. Three-point shot by the Cardinals. Up and it's no good. Rebounded by, it should be off of Hoisington. And it is Minneapolis basketball.
Good call.
Macy will pull it down for the Lions as we had the 2-0 early lead here. Brandon Davis with the ball in the wing.
Both teams playing man-to-man defense. That's a good matchup right there if Kelly can get those to drop for him.
I see our theory is to get it inside tonight.
Absolutely.
Schremer on the outside. Quick pass down low, off the mark, rebounded by Kelly. I noticed in warm-up they like to shoot from the outside. Macy with the ball. Macy pulls it back out to Kelly, back to Brandon Davis. Brandon works off the screen, pulls it all the way in. Nice job by Brandon Davis and the bucket as he gets fouled going to the hole. Fakes to the right, goes to the left. Nice drive by Brandon Davis. Works off that screen over there, Mike, and did a nice job of going to the hole.
Well, they left him a lot of room on the baseline. Quick first step. Brandon got all the way to the basket. He'll get the and one here.
The future Bethany Swede.
Shot is up, and it's good as we take the 5-0 lead. Back into a full court press for the Lions. They will get it to Reif. Reif back to Flager. Flager back to Reif. And a near steal by Minneapolis. They pull it across, and they've got numbers going across, and it's picked up by Macy, and it's out of bounds off of the Hoisington. Ooh, we got lucky there because I thought it went off of Josh's legs before it hit the ground, but apparently not. Minneapolis basketball with the turnover. Macy crosses the half court. 6:18 left in the first quarter. Minneapolis up 5-0. Mortimer on the right-hand side. They look down low to Macy. Macy in the paint. Up, and it's blocked, but he'll be fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot two. Schramer, his first foul, second team foul. Macy at the line to shoot two. Shot is up, and it's good. 6:09 here in the first. 6-0, Lions with the early lead. Second shot is up, and it's good. Macy makes them both. And they will quickly get it in to Schramer. Schramer crosses the timeline. They have him trapped back there. They get it back to top of the key, back on the right-hand side to Wright. Wright pulls it back out over to Dolacek. Dolacek back on the corner to Schremer. Schremer will have the ball to set up on the right-hand side. Minneapolis sits back into a zone here. They pull it back on the outside, back to Flager. Ooh, near a foul right there. Pulls it back out and stolen away by Minneapolis. Nice job by Mortimer as he pulls it down, takes it in the paint, up, and it's no good, but he's fouled. Nice job by Gage Mortimer as he goes coast to coast, and he will get fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. Now, folks down there, they wanted a foul on Brandon Davis. It was the top of the key.
Been one called.
Yep, very well could have been.
Trent Schremer, one of their leading scorers, has got a second personal foul.
Saddle, yep, second foul.
I think the Hoisington coaches may be asking about that right now.
Second shot is up, and he makes them both. And Minneapolis will get a sub in as Gage Mortimer makes them both. 9-0 here.
Good start.
Nice start for the Lions. Seth Owen, a 6'2" junior, checks in as he will check in for Trent Schremer. Now, this Owen brings in some size, but it definitely takes away from some speed, it looks like. Now they also bring in a Ryan Broder, a 6-foot sophomore. They will get it in, and stolen away by Brandon Davis. Brandon pulls it back out. Nice job. Macy for 3.
Boom.
Boom. Nice job. Good call as the Lions get the steal and the 3. They take the 12-0 early lead here at the 5:32 mark. Nice opening start for the Lions, and Coach Haxton calls the timeout for the Cardinals. We're up 12. We'll be right back after this word from your sponsors. You're listening to SlineandPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20, your voice of the Minneapolis Lions. We'll be back.
Choose your beautiful new countertop, granite or quartz, from the large selection of slabs of granite and quartz in stock in the Creative Surfaces showroom. Your new countertop is cut from the actual slab of granite and quartz you select. Creative Surfaces is a proud supporter of Minneapolis Lions.
See the guys at AutoTech for all your automotive repair needs. Quality automotive care from alignments to transmissions and everything in between. Proud supporters of the Minneapolis Lions. Visit.
Welcome back to Minneapolis, Kansas, as both squads getting ready to go here. As now they move somebody around here, Hoisington does, to inbounds. And they will get it in. They get it in the hands of Reif. Reif with the ball as he looks to get trapped and pulls it back out. There's an arm bar, no call. And there's going to be an over and back call, and there's a turnover back to Minneapolis. And they're wanting, Haxton's wanting, but he had a forearm shiver back there, but there was no call. So, and he's still working the official right here. Macy with the ball.
One of the better defenders Minneapolis has had on this floor, Ryan Mortimer over there, could go sideways and backwards faster than most could go forward. But
Brandon Davis with the ball.
Alumni are in attendance here tonight.
Is the beard here, is he?
Stolen away by Owen as they pull it back down, come the other direction is Wright. Right back in the corner to Dolacek. Dolacek swing pass backward to Reef as they will move the ball left to right, and there's Dawkins back on the outside, and it'll be taken away. Oh, nearly stolen. A nice job by Hoisington to move the ball around to get that ball back.
Good help defense there as we're still in that zone, but he had an open look, and Mortimer closed quick to defend.
Three-point shot up, and it's no good, and rebounded by Minneapolis. Tipped out by Kelly, back in the hands of Brandon Davis. Davis back to Macy. Macy back to Kelly at the top of the key. 4:25 here. Kelly drives, pulls it back out to Mortimer. Mortimer will drive to the left-hand side. Back to Brandon Davis for 3. No good, but rebound by Mortimer. Up, and it's good. Nice job, Gage Mortimer. Has nice job. Kelly was fighting hard down there against Owen, and it just set it up for Minneapolis. 14-0, three-point shot is high, off the mark, rebounded by Gage Mortimer. Mortimer will pull it down, comes back the other direction, back to Macy. 14-0, 3:57 left to go. Macy drives into the paint, down low, pass, and just out of the hands of Kelly. That would have been pretty, guys.
I think Kelly was going more for the rebound and just wasn't quite ready there.
Minneapolis trying to get some subs in at the 3:43 mark, and pulls it back out, gets it in the hands of Broder. Broder swing pass back here on the outside to Wright. Wright gets it in the paint, shot up, no good, but there's a foul. And that will send him to the free throw line to shoot 2. Minneapolis will get in Johns, Nichols, as well as Yoxel and Yoxel.
Kelly with the foul.
Shot is up, and it's good by Dolacek as he cracks the scoreboard for him. 14-1. Minneapolis gets 4 fresh in. They leave Mortimer in on the inside.
Got both Yoxel brothers in. Lane Nichols, David Johns.
Misses that one, rebounded by Alex Yoxel, pulls it back out to Nichols. He'll pull it down for the Lions. Backward to David Johns. Johns down low to Yoxel. Eric Yoxel in the paint, shot up and no good. Yo, it is good. It falls in. I thought it was going to bounce out, but it comes back down. Lions with the 16-1 lead. Dolacek with the ball as they swing pass backward to right. Gets it back down low. Nice hustle by the Lions. Back out to Dolacek. Dolacek in the paint, and he travels with it. Turnover back to the Lions. Nice defense by Minneapolis. They did have numbers on that one. Nice job by Minneapolis to collapse on the defense.
16-1.
What a start.
3:10 to go in the first quarter.
Nichols with the ball on the outside to David Johns. Johns back to Mortimer. Mortimer back to Nichols. Nichols will set this up back to Alex Yoxel. He looks at his brother, pulls it back out into Eric. And it's going to be taken away, and it's still on the floor. It's going to be out of bounds off of Minneapolis. And it should be Hoisington basketball. Oh, wow. Wow.
Like
He called white, but
like the Grease Pig contest there, wasn't
yeah, 50 threw somebody clear into the backcourt on the roll. The locals didn't like that call.
Mortimer on the outside into Yoxel. Back out to David Johns. Johns back to Mortimer. Mortimer swing pass backward to Nichols. Nichols looks at it, pulls it back down to Alex Yoxel. Alex, and they turn the ball over, and he'll pull it back out into the hands of Taylor Richter. Three-point shot up, and it's no good, and rebounded by Yoxel, and
There, they got him.
fouled, and that's going to go back the other direction. Nice job by Alex Yoxel.
Little push off there.
50 was clearing some space, was he?
Checking in
He's big.
Brandon Davis, John Kelly, and Josh Macy as Yoxel, Nichols, and Mortimer come out for the Lions.
He's a big boy.
Fourth team foul on the Cardinals, one for the Lions.
Macy with the ball, crosses the timeline, gets it over to David Johns on the left-hand side. Back to Brandon Davis. Davis back to Macy. Macy here on the right. They swing it back over the top of the key to Johns. David pulls it back to Macy. Macy to set this up as they look in the low block. Nice job pass into Brandon Davis. That's a nice little move right there. Brandon from about 12 feet hits a nice little shot and then stolen away by David Johns with the steal. Yep, over and back.
He had possession and then stepped into the backcourt.
Good call. Good
Brandon
call.
made himself available in the lane. He was wide open and hit that little 8-footer. Sometimes that's hard to knock that thing down. Good shot there by Brandon.
18-1 here. Ball on the outside to Richter. Richter into Owen. In the paint. Shot up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Alex Yoxel. Alex back out to Macy. Macy will bring it down. Into the corner. Brandon Davis shot up, and it's no good, but rebounded by Yoxel. Out of bounds. Hoisington basketball. Nice job by Alex to crash the board. Just couldn't quite get a grasp on it. It'll go out of bounds. Hoisington basketball. 18-1 here. Minute 37 left in the first. As coming out will be Grant Dolacek, as I didn't have him in. He's another freshman for the Cardinals. They get it across into the hands of Richter, and he's going to turn the ball over. And Minneapolis full court press, giving them a little bit of havoc here. Nice job by the Lions.
Speeding them up, and they cannot handle the tempo. And it's good coaching ploy there to put a press on them. They're not handling it well, as you mentioned, Scott.
David Johns backward here to Macy. Macy back to Macy here. And there's a travel. I said Macy back to Macy. I meant to go Kelly to Macy, but hey, we turned the ball over.
You can do that if you throw it off the opposing player.
Ball will go into the hands of Wright. Wright back to Owen. Owen back to Richter. Richter crosses the timeline into the hands. Shot up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Alex Yoxel. Alex back to Macy. Macy has numbers up to Brandon Davis. Brandon's going to take it right at him, up, and it's good. And it counts. Yes, indeed. Brandon Davis gets right around him, and he was sliding. He was almost set, but he just slid his body a little bit. Nice job, Brandon Davis, and he'll go to the line for the and one, and I think that's 2 on Owen.
Yep. 15th foul.
Pretty good hustle for the big boy to get down there and gets almost set.
Yes, it was.
Brandon Davis for a chance for the and one here.
I'd not want to play against him as a defensive tackle, him being an offensive guard.
No.
He'd move well.
Free throw is up, and it's good for the and one. Nice job by the Lions. 21-1 here as the Cardinals get in Schremer back in the lineup as Mortimer checks in for David Johns.
It's going quite well. Minneapolis is 6 of 6 from the charity stripe. Not a lot of misses.
And Brandon Davis with the steal on the inbounds. Nice job, and wisely pulls it back down with the nice job by the Lions. Eric Yoxel drive, shot up, and it's good. Nice job by the Lions. 23-1 as they continue to work it here. Nice job. They get it in. Schremer brings it down across the timeline, and there's going to be a foul on Mortimer as the reach in from behind. How do you like this defense to start, Mike?
That's exactly what they needed. It's sure helps with the transition game when they force those turnovers. It's just really good defense. I like the zone. It's a good ploy. Might change a few other coaches' minds later on in this tournament.
And another steal by the Lions into the hands of Mortimer, back to Brandon Davis. And he drives in and takes it. Brandon Davis having a good first quarter here as they make it 25-1, 26 seconds left in the quarter. Into the hands of Schremer. Schremer with the ball as they force it over in the hands of Flager. Flager trying to get it across. They get it back to Schremer. Schremer gets it across the timeline into the hands of Dolacek. Dolacek drives up and good as they get their first field goal at the 11-second mark. 9 seconds left. Brandon Davis, an open three. No good. Rebounded by the Cardinals as they will try to get a shot off. And they do get a half-court shot up, and it's no good. Wow, that was close. 25-3 at the end of one. Nice job by the Lions. Brandon Davis having a good first quarter, Mike.
Well, it's get him on the right track right off the bat. His confidence is flowing. He's just playing well right now.
We will take a break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to SlonimPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20.
Drop International today. Your Case IH, Great Plains, Mahindra, and Polaris dealer with 7 locations. Straub International, helping Kansas grow. For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Ausherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Ausherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
Welcome back to Minneapolis, Kansas. 25-3 here at the end of the first quarter as we get ready for second quarter action. And Mike, nice start for the Lions.
Yeah, momentum is a wonderful thing, and when you have it on your side and you're rolling along, you just want to keep it going. Minneapolis jumps out to a 22-point lead in the first quarter. On some very stingy defense, as Scott mentioned, it's they're playing well and they're playing hard on the defensive end, forcing a lot of turnovers, but they're jumping the passing lanes and doing quite well with this 2-3 zone.
As you said, in the zone, Hoisington has the ball here to start the second quarter as they get it back on the outside to right, and it's stolen away by Brandon Davis, and he gets the layup. Nice job by the Lions. Great defense there as we force another turnover into the hands of Schremer. Comes back the other direction. Schremer back over here to number 25, which is Broder. Broder gets it across the timeline, gets it in the hands of Dolacek. Dolacek takes the shot up and good. I think that's his second field goal from the lane, if I remember right.
Yes.
27-5. Macy with the ball as they try to trap him. Back over here in the corner to Kelly. Kelly back on the outside to Mortimer. Mortimer swing pass backward to Macy. He'll take the three. It's short and pulled out by Dolacek as he comes back the other direction. Mortimer, nice hustle by Gage Mortimer as he nearly knocks that into does knock it out of his hands and almost comes up with a loose ball. It will stay with Hoisington.
Gage will run you down from behind. He's got the foot speed to get there.
Reif checks in for the Cardinals. They get it back on the wing on the outside to Flager. Flager, three-point shot up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Mortimer. Mortimer pulls him back out to Macy. Macy crosses the timeline, and they've got a hand check all over him down the line as Stefan Dolacek gets the hand check right there on the floor, so it'll be Minneapolis basketball. His first, 6th team foul. 6th, as I said. Macy with the ball. Just under 7 minutes left to go in the quarter. They get it on the corner to Kelly. Kelly into Brandon Davis, down low to Yoxel in the paint, up, and it's
charge.
He's done that before. He thinks he's going to the line.
I'm rather kind of surprised myself, but that's the call.
Has to threw that shoulder into him. I think he did that last game too. They called him on it.
They'll call it if you do, more often than not.
Fine line between
blocking
Kelly
foul.
called with a blocking foul.
drawing the contact and committing foul.
Second personal foul on Kelly as he tried to step in and take the charge. Eric Yoxel checks in for Kelly. And Alex Yoxel whistled with his second.
2 quickies for Alex. Big John has 2. We're just into the second quarter here.
Dolacek has been their scoring so far. He's got 4 of their 5 points. He's at the line to shoot 2 here. Free throw is up and it's no good. Gavin Rothenberger, a 6-foot sophomore, checks in for the Lions. Gage Mortimer on the floor, as well as Macy, Yoxel, and Brandon Davis. Second one is up, no good. Rebounded by Gavin. Way to get up in the air. Gavin back out to Macy. Macy pulls it back the other direction, backward to Mortimer, back to Eric Yoxel. As they pull it back out as they work this ball around. 6:19, they swing pass back over to Brandon Davis. Brandon will drive it back around as they move it into Eric Yoxel. Eric drives the paint up and good. Nice job, Eric Yoxel, with a nice little touch there in the lane. Gets the little 5-footer, I'd call. Brandon Davis, another near steal by Brandon as they pull it back out. Gets it over to Flager. Flager back over in the corner, back over here to Dolacek. Dolacek here on the left-hand side. 29-5, Lions with the lead. 5:49, Dolacek back on the outside, gets it to Broder. Broder with the ball as he gets it over to Flager. Flager will move the ball around to Schremer. Schremer back over here to Broder. Flager will kick it back down to Schremer. Schremer back to Flager. I'm having a hard time with all these names, guys. And they miss the open shot. They will get it back out to Macy as they come back the other direction. Macy into Mortimer, and it's, misses the shot, partially blocked, and they pulls it back down the other direction. Nice job by the Cardinals. Shot up, and it's good as Trent Schremer, the 5'10" senior, gets the little shot inside the three-point range, 29-7.
He's got a nice stroke from the outside.
Macy into.
Good call.
Possession arrow to the Lions on that tie-up.
So they call a jump ball as Gavin went up in the air. Brandon Davis has a seat as David Johns checks in. Back out to Mortimer. Mortimer will drive. Shot in the lane and has it partially blocked, and it comes back the other direction, back to Dolacek. Up, and it's no good, and it's going to be out of bounds, Minneapolis basketball. As they miss the layup, it'll be Lions basketball underneath.
You got to get those when you get them.
29-7. 4:50 left to go here in the quarter. Macy back on the outside. They get it to David Johns. Johns, another turnover by the Lions, and they're going to have wide open range. Oh, nice block there by, wow.
Backside official says foul.
Ooh.
Mortimer.
I thought he had a clean one there, guys. That was close. Second foul on Mortimer. Brandon Davis is going to come in. And it looks like Jake Fleming also getting ready to come in. 16 foul. Dolacek will go to the line to shoot 2. Shot is up, and he makes that one. Brandon Davis will check in for Macy, and Jake Fleming will check in for Mortimer. Also checking in is number 22, Grant Dolacek. Will check in for Flager. (29-8). Shot is up, and he makes them both as they pull to within 20. So far, they're outscoring us here in the quarter.
Yeah, we've scored 4 points this quarter.
They've scored 6. David Johns with the ball, get it into Macy. Macy pulls it back out, gets it, and it'll be tipped out of bounds. Minneapolis basketball.
Hoisington coach wants to travel on Eric. I'm not sure. I don't agree
I
with
was kind of wanting the foul, but
As Fleming gets ready to pull the trigger, they get it into Brandon Davis. Brandon pulls it back out. Had an open look at it. Nice job. David Johns keeps it alive. Brandon Davis for three. No good. Rebounded by David Johns. Johns back out to Fleming, back out to Brandon. He looks at a three, pulls it back to Macy. Macy, swing pass back over here to Fleming. Fleming pulls it back out. And we turn it over, nearly turn it over. Fleming in the paint, up, and it's,
Traveled for it, dribbled, shuffled the feet.
Turnovers are even now.
Yeah, it's not been our quarter. We've had more here in the second quarter here. Macy will check in for Fleming. 3:59 left to go in the quarter. 29, and we back off the full court press as they will bring it down. Minneapolis will pick up a 2-3 at half court. Schremer with the ball. They pull it out, gets it back over here to Dolacek. Dolacek, and it's stolen away by Brandon Davis after the tip by Yoxel. Davis comes in, rebound by Macy, puts it up and good. Nice job by Macy. That was a good block by Hoisington, but we had him following. Shot up, and it's good. Nice job by Hoisington as they wait for the defense to come through. They get the bucket and one. I didn't see who the foul was on. Macy?
Yeah, no.
No.
14.
That's not right. 14's on the bench. As he makes the N1, as Dolacek gets the bucket and the N1, Brandon Davis on the outside, 31-12. Back to Macy. Macy back over here to Johns. Back to Macy. Macy works it over here to Eric Yoxel. Back to David Johnson, the free throw line. And it'll be, misses the shot.
Out of bounds.
I thought it had to be a tip on that, but they call an air ball. So, Hoisington basketball. Down, ball goes down low to Owen. Owen, and he will travel with it. The Minneapolis basketball. Finally, we forced a turnover on them there.
You consider him the proverbial bull in the china closet?
Or the shop.
He starts moving
Close.
people around, doesn't he?
Yep.
He's big.
Brandon Davis looks at the open three. Back to David Johns. Johns back to Macy. Macy back over here to Eric Yoxel. Eric drives it down, pulls it back out. Back to Johns. Johns will take the three. Up and good. Nice job, David Johns, as he hits a three from the left wing. 34-12.
Good to see him knock one down. We're going to need him if we go very far in this tournament.
Yep.
He's got to have some scoring off the bench, and David Johns can provide that. He's got a shot, gets the open look, and he can knock him down.
Eric Yoxel gets whistled with his first foul. Dolacek 2 for 4. He's 3 for 5 now from the free throw line. So he makes the first one. Fleming getting ready to check in as he comes in for Gavin Rothenberger. Second one is up, and it's off the mark, rebounded by Fleming. Fleming back out to Brandon Davis. Davis up to Macy. Macy pulls it back to set this up. Back out to Eric Yoxel. Eric, as they drive, they're in a zone. Shot up, nice job. David Johns misses it.
On the back, they're going to call.
And they called David Johns with the foul.
Yep.
They did.
Wow.
34-13 with 2:24 remaining in the first half, and that's the Lions' 9th foul. Wow.
Well, for the longest time, we had the foul advantage.
Way down on fouls. Now we're way ahead.
2:24 left to go in the quarter, too. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Owen. Owen puts the shot up and he makes it. Gets the rebound and he puts it in. Back the other direction goes Macy. Macy shot up and it's good. Nice job, Josh Macy. Takes him right at it. 36-15. Back to Owen, back on the outside. Gets it in the hands of Owen in the paint. Pulls it back out. 3-point shot. Wide open. No good. And gets the rebound back to Macy. Back to David Johns. Johns back to Macy as they pull it back the other direction. Minute 52 left to go here in the half. Lions with the 19-point lead. Back to Brandon Davis. Brandon back over to Fleming. Fleming Gets it in. A terrible pass. Oh, wow. We get lucky on that one.
We did.
Tried to get into Fleming at the low post. Knocked away.
Flager checks in for Hoisington. David Johns getting ready to go as Mortimer will check in. As he checks in for Fleming. Gage comes in with 2 fouls. They will get it into Macy. Macy on the outside. Pulls it back, tries, kicks it back to Brandon Davis. Davis into Mortimer. Mortimer in the paint. He'll get fouled on the floor, but that's going to be a 1-and-1 as we will go to the line here as we're in the bonus now. 36-15, 132 left in the quarter. Free throw up and good. I like to hear that sound when it comes off the rim like that. Just nothing but net hits that back of that. Nice shot. Second one is up and misses that one. I jinxed him on that. Owen with the rebound comes back in the corner to Schremmer. Schremmer will set it up with 125. Minneapolis up 37-15. Shot is up and off the mark and rebounded by. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he moved Brandon right out of there.
I don't know who that was on.
Yeah, the big guy.
Oh, the big guy. That's 3 on him, too. And
that
he will sit down.
Forearm. Shiver.
Davis to the line for the 1-and-1. With 1:18 to go here in the half.
And it's off the mark, rebounded by Hoisington as Grant Dolachek pulls down the rebound. Pulls it back out. The other Dolachek goes in the lane, no good, rebounded by Fleming. Fleming gets it back out to Macy. Macy will bring it down with a minute left in the half. Back to Brandon Davis. Brandon pulls it back out, gets it to David Johns. Johns in the paint, back out to Brandon Davis. Brandon pulls it back. They back to David as they move the ball around. 37-15, Lions with the lead. They swing the pass over to Johns for 3. Up and good, nice job. David Johns, a big 3 from the same left wing. He's hit one earlier, 40-15.
Good to have him back, huh, Dale?
Yes. Shooting like that, especially.
Nice job, Minneapolis with the pressure defense over there as Schremmer has the ball. Minneapolis still in the zone. 2-point shot, off the mark, rebounded by Hoisington. Pulls it back out, gets it into the hands of Broder. Broder shot up, no good, and wow, Bull in a china cabinet down there. 3 bodies go on the floor, and they're going to call it on Hoisington with the clear out.
14.3 ticks remaining in the half. We go to the line again for 1-and-1. Nichols in for Mason.
Gavin Rothenberger at the line to shoot a 1-on-1 here. Second foul on Flager. Shot is up and it's good as he makes the first one. Second shot coming here. Shot is up and it's off the mark. Oh, nice job, Jake Fleming. Big hustle right there. Jake's going to get whistled with the push as walking the other direction will be Hoisington basketball as Dolachek, Grant Dolachek, will go to the line to shoot a 2-shot foul.
10th team foul there and a double bonus.
12.3 seconds left here in the half. 41-15, Grant Dolachek at the line. First free throw is up and it's good. He's a freshman, 5'10" freshman. His brother is a junior. Pretty solid ball, or sophomore, pretty solid ball players there. Second shot is up and he misses it, rebounded by Fleming. Fleming back out to Nichols as they pull it down, 10 seconds left. Lane, he's gonna call traveled. Turns the ball over.
Hesitated on the passing move. Travel.
That was a travel also as well.
We'll have 1.9 ticks left on the clock. See if we can get a shot off somehow. They can put the press on to try to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yep, and that'll be the half. So 41-16 at the half as Minneapolis outscores them in that quarter by a score of 16-13. They increased their lead to 25 here. Is that right? 20.
We had 25 at half.
So 25, yeah, 41-16. So we take the halftime lead, 9:47 left. We will take a real quick break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication, Channel 20. And it looks like the cheerleaders are going to be dancing here at halftime. We'll take a break.
Whether you're building a
Tonight's
Welcome back to Minneapolis Lions Den. Halftime stats, score here at halftime, Minneapolis leading 41-16. And it's been all Minneapolis the whole game. Minneapolis stifling defense and hot shooting has carried us through this first half in pretty fine fashion. For Hoisington, scoring in the first half, Trent Schremer with 2 points. Stefan Dolachek with 8. Grant Dolachek with 4. And Seth Owen with 2. They had 5 field goals in the first half. The rest of them were free throws. Scoring for Minneapolis, Josh Macy with 9. Gage Mortimer with 5. Brandon Davis with the hot hand early had 12. I believe most of those were in the first quarter.
They all were.
Alex Yoxel had 2. Excuse me. Yes, 2. Rothenberger had 1. Eric Yoxel off the bench had 6. And David Johns off the bench with 6. Minneapolis had 3 threes go down the hatch in the first half. We were 8 of 11 from the free throw line, and Hoisington was 6 of 12.
8 of 11, that's a pretty good percentage.
Did I say that? 8 of 11?
Knock on wood. Yeah.
A nice first half of basketball for Minneapolis as they come out with a really good first quarter, 25-3. And Hoisington did answer in the second quarter. They did a much better job, although Minneapolis did back off that press.
Yes.
They settled back into a half-court zone, and Hoisington seemed to settle down a little bit, and they were able to get the ball in, and they made some buckets. But Minneapolis does extend the lead, and as they take the lead in the half, 41-16.
I think our flow started ebbing there too as guys started going to the bench. We just didn't have the same mojo, the same stuff going as subs started coming in, and things settled down for sure.
It didn't take too long for Hoisington to move into that zone defense, and Minneapolis, as we haven't had really good shooting from the outside in every game this year. At times we have shot well, and we have shot well here tonight, putting up 41 in the first half on three threes. The rest of it timely shooting from the outside. We've hit our free throws when we've defended the goal well down on our end.
Yeah, that first quarter we couldn't hardly miss anything, and that really was to our benefit. Things really started to slack off for us as time went on. But when you get in a hot run like that, man, the points can pile up quick, as they did here in the first quarter.
You know, we were able to hold our kids only. We've got quite a few with 2 fouls, but we were able to keep from getting that 3rd foul. They've got 1, if I remember right, Owen, with 3 fouls. So.
Yes, Alec Joxel did not play after he got his second. John Kelly did not play after he got his second. So I look forward to seeing significant time out of both those gentlemen. Yet here in the second half, it'd be nice to see John Kelly get untracked on the scoring as all possible. Actually, he was kind of cold there in the first quarter when he was in.
He had a couple of pretty good looks.
Not go in.
And he could easily be pretty dominant in this set. So Minneapolis doing a nice job. We've struggled with the zone, but we've been able to break the zone so far early on tonight, as Minneapolis has the lead at the half, 41-16. And Mike, one of those things that these kids have got to come out here in the 3rd quarter is continue to put the pressure on them and just take this thing home.
Well, we have attacked their zone rather well. It's good to see us finding some open looks. Good passing, but trying to thread the needle on the zone, and we've created some of those turnovers, and you get those when you're trying to make that perfect pass. Minneapolis playing well, and we've got the ball down low to Kelly a couple times. I'd kind of like to see him finish, and so far here in this game, he hasn't been able to get one to drop, but I would put $1 on the table right here, and about the first play we have is Kelly down low on the low block. We need to get him feeling good about his game before we go to Hoisington Thursday.
I was just checking to see if that was the most points we've scored in a half this year. The second most, we had 48 against Russell out at the Hoisington.
Thank you, Levi.
Well, we get ready to go for second half action. Hoisington will have the ball for the possession arrow.
As Hoisington will set it up here into the hands of Schremer to set it up for the Cardinals. Schremer on the right-hand side. Minneapolis still in the zone here. Schremer will drive, pulls it back. Swing pass back to the top of the key as they move it around to right. Back to the outside. They pull it back down, gets it back to right. Right back in the corner to Dolacek. Dolacek gets it down low. They pull it back out. Schremer shot up and no good. And it's going to be a loose ball and be out of bounds off of the Cardinals, Minneapolis basketball. Mike, can you take it for a second?
Well, we have got our share of those good calls, and there's another one there, but good hustle on the defensive glass. Tips it off the Hoisington defender and out of bounds. It's our ball. And now we're attacking their 2-3 zone.
Mortimer back out to Macy. Thank you, Mike. Macy goes into Yoxel. Yoxel in the paint. Back out to Brandon Davis. Back to Macy. Macy back to Kelly. Kelly drives in. It's going to be out of bounds, off of Kelly's foot. Be Hoisington basketball. They will inbounds here. Wow. They will get it into Schremer. Schremer brings it down across back to Wright. Wright with the ball as he will set it up, gets it into the paint to Dolachek, to Dolachek, and he makes the bucket. 41-18, Minneapolis with the lead. Hoisington strikes first. Brandon Davis, a deep three, up and it's good. Nice job by Brandon Davis with the three, and they will get it in. Swing pass back over here to Wright, and they break the press nicely there. First time they've really broke the press there, and they break it nicely there. 44-20 as they get the bucket after the press. Brandon Davis back out to Kelly. Kelly back to Mortimer from the free throw line. Up, no good, and it'll be off of Minneapolis. Yep.
Kelly is the last to touch
Yeah, I
it,
thought so.
believe.
Be Hoisington basketball.
John took a stab at it. I think he did touch it last. Good call.
They get it across, back in the hands. They do break it nicely there. Three-point shot up, no good. And rebounded by Macy as he comes back the other direction. Nice job by Josh Macy to get up in the air. Into Mortimer, up and it's good. Count it. Nice job by Macy to Mortimer as Mortimer finishes it. Nice little run right there as Mortimer will go to the line for the and one.
We had a 2-on-1. Josh with a really nice pass. Mortimer running the floor as he does. Has the easy layup.
And the and one shot is up, no good. And rebounded by the Cardinals as Schremer pulls it back, pulls it down, and comes the other direction. Right for three, it's up and it's good. As he calls a three and Haxton calls a timeout. So Hoisington will call the 30-second timeout. We will go ahead and take a break with them. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. We'll be back.
Fabricating Hillsboro proudly supports Minneapolis Lions. Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis offers hometown banking with commitment, experience, and quality service. Proud sponsors of area school activities.
B&K Prescription Shop has been serving the Salina area, including Central Kansas and North Central Kansas, since 1953, providing patients of all ages the prescriptions that they need to feel better. B&K Prescription Shop.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as the Lions will have it. Cardinals will pick up a press. They will get in the hands of Yoxel back to Macy. First time we've really seen a press out of them. Brandon Davis gets it across to Kelly. Kelly back out to Macy. Down low to Yoxel. Yoxel in the paint, up, and it's good. Nice job, Alex Yoxel. Backs Owen back down and then spins in. Nice job by Alex Yoxel.
Well, Hoisington has come out firing here in the second half. There's another one.
Foul on Mortimer.
His third.
And we had the defensive rebound, but apparently there was a little bit of clear out there. Mortimer will come out as David Johns checks in. They will inbound the ball into the hands of Schremer. Schremer on the outside as they takes the long shot. No good, rebounded by Johns. Pulls it back down, back out. Back to Yoxel, back to Macy. Macy here on the left-hand side, back out to Kelly. Kelly into Yoxel. Yoxel in the paint, up and it's good. Count it, and he makes it, and the foul, and he will go to the line. And I think if that's on, nope, it's not. They call it on Wright, and the coach here, as well as the crowd over here, does not like that one. Alex Yoxel gets the bucket, the and one. Shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Owen. And tipped away and picked up by Kelly. Nice job, John Kelly with the quick hands. Back to Macy. Macy will pull it down. Backward to Brandon Davis. Down low to Yoxel. Yoxel back out to Brandon. Oh, nice pass. Three is good. Brandon Davis from the no-look pass by Alex Yoxel, and the finish. 53-23.
What a move by Alex Yoxel.
Schremer on the outside. Gets it and tipped. Ooh, ow, man. Alex just gets absolutely leveled here.
He gets up smiling. That's good.
Hey. It reparted his hairdo for him, that's for sure.
He will sit down and rest.
That Seth Owen packs a punch.
Hoisington inbounds here, as checking in will be Eric Yoxel as well as Gavin Rothenberger. They get the bucket and the foul, as Alex is going to get whistled with the foul, and they make the shot. At the line will be Dolacek, a sophomore. Is he leading the score for them, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, he's had most of their offense from what I could remember.
They call it on Davis.
And the and one is good, as Skylar Rebrock will check in for Brandon Davis.
Davis's first foul.
They've scored 10 here in the third quarter already.
David Johns pulls it back out to Rebrock. Rebrock. They gets it across to Macy. Macy breaks the timeline. Macy is back to Yoxel. Eric backward to Rebrock for three. Off the mark. And rebounded by the Cardinals. Says Flager will bring it back down. That's to Dolacek. Dolacek, three-point shot by the Cardinals. Off the mark. Rebounded by Rebrock. Skyler back out to Macy as they bring it down. Macy back the other direction.
Nice box out by Skyler right there. That's a big rebound.
As they pick up a man here. Or a trapping zone, I guess. Oh, nice pass into Macy. And there's going to be a foul right there. Macy waits till the defense comes at him, and he will go to the line to shoot two. Flager's third personal foul. Macy at the line to shoot two. Shot is up and front rim, no good. 53-26. Minneapolis with the lead here at the 4:07 mark in the third. Second shot is up and he makes that one. Back the other direction goes Dolacek and the Cardinals. Schremer down low to Owen. Owen, nice job, and cannot get it to fall, as Owen had a nice little spin move in the lane there, Mike.
He'll go to the line for two.
Good footwork by the big guy.
That was on John. No, it was on.
I thought it was on. He's not even on the floor. Mason.
I've seen
Yoxel.
a lot of
I think it was on
numbers
Yoxel.
coming up here. Kelly just comes into the game.
Yeah, I thought it was on Eric Yoxel.
Yeah, I think it was. Kelly wasn't even on the floor. He is now. Second shot is up, and it is good. Makes them both. Nice little footwork there. Nice shot there by the big guy. They list him at 6'2", but he's a load.
He
Full
goes
court
about
press.
265.
Picked up by. They get it into David Johns. Johns.
Oh, charging.
Better get a ball handler in there, yep.
David's limping a little bit here. That collision.
Brandon Davis checks back in for David Johns. As the Cardinals will inbounds. They get it into Schremer. Schremer back as they move the ball around. They look for the open three. They pull it back out, back to Schremer. Schremer back here to Broder. Broder down low to Owen. Shot in the lane, up and good.
He clears the space, can he?
Yes. He takes
Nichols
up
with the
a
ball.
lot of space.
Crosses the timeline. Picks it up, gets it over to Rebrock. Rebrock down low to Kelly. Kelly in the paint. Up and it's good. Count it. Yes, indeed. Nice job by the big guy. John Kelly with a nice job going right at Owen. And that should be 4 on Owen if it's who they call it on. And they don't.
22, I think.
Wow.
25.
I could have swore that was, it didn't matter. Kelly the chance to the and one here. Shot is up and it's good. And checking in is Reif as he checks in for Schremer.
57-30. 3:30 left, third quarter.
Ball into the hands of Dolacek. Dolacek guarded by Nichols. They swing the ball back on the outside to Reif. Reif and a moving screen. Good call, Mike.
Took that step out. Pretty easy call. Ref was right there.
Brandon Davis, who almost threw that away to start it out there. 57-30. 3:16 left to go here in the third quarter. Backward to Nichols. Nichols on the outside. Back to Kelly. Kelly looks down low. Pass to Rebrock. Back to Brandon Davis. An open three. It's short. Rebounded by the Cardinals as Dolacek comes back the other direction. Oh, nice job. Picked up by Kelly. Nice job by the Minneapolis defense. Nichols brings it down. Backward to Brandon Davis. Brandon takes the job in the lane. Rebounded by Kelly. And he'll get fouled.
There you go.
And he takes it right at Owen. Nice job, John Kelly. And that will be 4 on Owen. 2:48 left to go here in the third quarter. At the line is John Kelly to shoot 2. Shot is up and it's off the mark. Back rim.
I think I just run the rest of this game right through Kelly and just let him carry us the rest of the way. Just 2 fouls on him. He can be pretty aggressive. Got to work the kinks out real quick.
Second one is up, and he makes that one. Checking in is Fleming, as he will check in for Kelly. So.
Yep, Kelly's coming out.
58-30.
Coach doesn't agree with your philosophy.
Sorry, you must not have that headpiece in his ear, do you?
Hasn't even worked up a sweat yet.
3-point shot up, no good. Rebounded by Hoisington in the paint. Shot up and good by Reif. And Hoisington calls a timeout. So 58-32, Cardinals take a timeout. Minneapolis up by 26 at the 2:35 mark in the third. We'll take a break. You're listening to SlineandPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. We'll be back after this word.
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
At Lambert Insurance, Kent Lambert can make shopping for insurance easy. With insurance plans changing all the time and costs increasing constantly, getting coverage you need at affordable rates can be a challenge. Let Lambert Insurance in Minneapolis help.
Welcome back to Minneapolis. They will inbounds. They get it into Rebrock. Back to Nichols. Nichols back to Brandon Davis as they will try to work it across. Brandon, nice job moving the ball there. Gets it across the timeline. Back over to Rebrock. Rebrock back to Rothenberger, back to Nichols as they move the ball around. 2:21 left to go in the third quarter. Brandon Davis drives, pulls it back out to Nichols. They trap him up there, and there's going to be a foul right there, and that's going to send Lane to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
That's Flagler's fourth, or Flagler's. Flagler.
Flagler. So at the line will be Nichols. Nichols at the line here. Shot us up, and it's good. Nice job by the junior Lane Nichols as he does a nice job with that free throw.
The silence there was almost deafening.
It was. Dolacek checks in for his, I'm assuming, brother Grant Dolacek. I'm assuming. Second one is up, and it's good. Nice job. Nice job, Lane. Dolacek with the ball. 2-3 zone by the Lions. They get it down low to right. Nice pass into the paint to Schremer. Schremer in the paint, up and good. Brandon Davis. Nice job as Brandon Davis will go to the line. Man, this crowd is really going nuts over here, guys.
They didn't
One
like
and
that
one for Brandon.
Brandon at the line here. Shot is up and it's off the mark. Misses it. Rebounded by the Cardinals. Back in the hands of Dolacek. Dolacek picks up his dribble. Into Schremer in the paint. Oh, nice shot. That's the second bucket he's gotten in the paint. Oh, back to Nichols. Nichols brings it down across the timeline. Nice job by Lane Nichols. And that's going to be tipped out of bounds into the hands of Minneapolis. Back to Skylar Reetrock for three. That's no good. Rebounded by Gavin. Gavin in the paint, and it's good. Count it. Nice job by Gavin Rothenberger as he gets the bucket.
He's got a nose for the basket.
He does. You know, sometimes it's hard to watch the crowd, but when you're standing above him, it really gets kind of interesting.
Yep.
Gavin with the and one, and he makes it. Nice job as Minneapolis increases the lead 63-36. Corbin Crawford, a freshman, checks in for the Cardinals. They get it back on the outside to Broder. Broder kicks it out. Nice job, Brandon Davis, as he did a nice job of kicking that with his hands in the air. Did a nice job of tipping that one out. Stays with the Cardinals.
63-36.
Minute 18 left to go here. They would get it in. No good. Rebounded by the Cardinals, and there's going to be a foul on the arm by Reetrock.
Good foul.
I don't think he was shooting, though, was he?
Yes.
I didn't think so. They called it on the floor.
15th foul on the Lions. Yeah, he had just brought the ball down and was not in the putback motion yet.
Ball on the outside as they move the ball around. Picked up by Nichols. Nichols with the steal comes back the other direction. Tipped out of bounds, Minneapolis basketball.
I thought Ryan had a play on that.
Minneapolis inbound. Reebrock, they get it in, guys. Come on. They get it into Brandon Davis. Davis on the outside as they move it around.
And 5 seconds here. Timeout.
Timeout called. 30-second timeout, so we will go ahead and take one with them. 63-36, it'll be Minneapolis basketball when we come back. 54 seconds left in the third.
La Hacienda Mexican Restaurant on South Broadway across from the All-Star Lanes in Salina. Delicious recipes, generous portions, and daily specials made fresh daily. La Hacienda has something you'll love. La Hacienda proudly supports the Minneapolis Lions.
Tonight's game brought to you by C&R Plating in Minneapolis. Kevin Klein and the rest of the crew at C&R Plating, proud to support the youth of Minneapolis in all they do.
Suburban TV and Appliance Salina, your home of quality Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Maytag appliances and Traeger grills, supports the Minneapolis Lions. Home-owned in Salina for 51 years, Suburban TV and Appliance, 1900 South 9th Salina. Competitive pricing and customer service box stores don't have.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as they get the ball inbounds, and Lane Nichols tries to go back around the top, and he steps across the half court, and they get an over and back call. Turns the ball over back to the Cardinals.
Just enough contact to get him to step on the line.
Swing pass back over here, three-point look for, foul on the floor called on Fleming. It'll be Hoisington basketball underneath their own basket as Wright drove the baseline. 16 foul. 40 seconds left here in the quarter. They will get it into Dolacek. Dolacek shot up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Rothenberger. Back to Nichols. Nichols will bring it down. 32 seconds left. Crosses the timeline. Back to Reebrock. Reebrock back to the top of the key. Picks up his dribble. Gets it back to Brandon Davis. 25 seconds left. Back over to Fleming. Fleming, walked with it. 21 seconds as Jake takes an extra step there and turns the ball over. Dolacek with the ball as he brings it down here to set up 2-3 zone by the Lions. Ball goes back in the corner, back to Crawford. Crawford down low. Nice job by Gavin to tip it out. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Oh, nice pass down low, and he gets the bucket by Crawford, and that's the quarter. Nice job by Crawford there as they get the bucket there. 63-18. Score stays the same that quarter. Is that right?
We score 22 points.
They score 22 points. So we'll take a break. You're listening to SlinePost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20. We'll be back after this word.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Welcome back to Minneapolis, Kansas, 63-38 as we get ready for fourth quarter action. And what's the most points we scored this year?
It was in the 70s.
So,
real quick, congratulations to the wrestlers. Ragnoni of Bennington got second in his class. Clark got third in the 195-pound class. Smith got sixth, I think, in his.
Kelly gets fouled as he goes to the line and draws the early foul, and good call, good point on that. And I should have mentioned that earlier, but nice job by the wrestlers.
Out at the 3-2-1-8 tournament.
Coach Giles honored.
Got his second sportsmanship award from the State Sportsmanship Award from the Kansas Wrestling Referees Association.
Saw the video of his wife and kids out there accepting that. Pretty cool. Kelly misses the first free throw. He'll have another one here. Shot is up and gets that one to fall. Minneapolis picks up a little bit of a press here as they get their starters back on the floor. 3-point shot, deep three. Crawford with the rebound and picked up by Brandon Davis. And it'll be off of Brandon. Wow. I think Brandon was shocked that he got that ball.
He was headed up the court, but the defender was right there.
There's going to be a foul on the Lions, and that's going to send Reif to the line, the 5'10" junior, as Brandon Davis whistled with his second personal foul.
Yeah, 1-and-1 opportunity for the Cardinals.
Shot is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Kelly. Kelly gets it out to Mortimer. Mortimer up to Macy. Macy. And gets the bucket. Nice job. Nice no call there. Macy.
I guess.
I like the no call because it could have gone against us. Shot up the other direction is good by Dolachek as they just answer bucket for bucket. Macy with the ball. Gets it across to Brandon Davis. Brandon back to Yoxel. Yoxel looks down low. And stolen away by Crawford. Crawford, a freshman, showing he can play with the guys, and back the other direction, and it's picked up. Nice job, and it's out of bounds, or the kick they call, by Mortimer. 66-40, 6:56 left to go in the ballgame. Cardinals will get it in to Wright. Wright picks up his dribble. Oh, that's a double dribble. Thank you very much.
That was an easy one.
Yeah, almost too easy.
Coach Haxton had that one.
Alex getting ready to check in, or get the ball into Brandon Davis. Brandon, nice job by Brandon to cross the timeline. Quick hands, gets it back to Mortimer. Mortimer down low to Yoxel. Yoxel in, and he's going to be fouled by Dolachek. So Alex will go to the line to shoot two, and somebody just gets teed up. And then
Foul was on 12. Technical. I didn't catch.
Corbin Crawford with the technical.
The freshman. I didn't see what he did.
Alex's first free throw is off the mark.
No.
Well, I don't think he'll be selected for the technical free throws here.
No.
Misses that one too. Misses them both.
Oh, no.
Coach Shute says, come
stay
on.
right there.
Yeah, stay right there, Alex.
Alex was gladly volunteering to walk away.
Percentages are going up here.
Second one is good. Nice job, Alex. Nice job, Coach Shute, to force him to stay there.
I don't think I've ever seen a coach do that.
Second one is up, and he makes them both.
Well,
Nice job.
Percentage-wise, he knows Alex is a good free throw.
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah, he's a pretty good free throw shooter. So.
Yeah. 68-40.
Well, he got the two important ones, right?
Yes.
That was the technical ones. You get it into Alex. Alex with the ball, back to Macy. 68-40 here.
Man-to-man defense. They've gotten out of that zone.
Kelly drives in nicely there, and he'll get fouled and go to the line. Nice job, John Kelly. And he takes it right at him. Foul is on number 11. That's his fifth, as he will check out as Flager fouls out of the ball game. 6'2" senior. Probably just played his last ball game.
I just played his last.
Kelly's first shot is up and good. I'll tell you, that scares me. That scares me when how they lean in.
Step over the line.
They step over that line. So
as long as they time it so that the ball hits the rim first, that's the main thing.
Kelly's second shot is up, and it is no good. Rebound by Dolachek, back the other direction, gets it in the hands of Broder. Broder picks it up, gets it back to Dolachek. Oh, nice job, Big John, as he steps in and gets the steal. Back to Yoxel. Yoxel pulls it back. Nice job, Alex. Back to Macy as they move the ball around. Macy takes the shot. They leave him open for a second. Back the other direction and stolen away by Brandon Davis. Brandon pulls it back out. Nice job by Brandon as they've worked the ball around here. Back to Macy.
Now we're going to run some clock.
Yep. John Kelly back out to Brandon Davis. Brandon pulls it back, gets it into Alex Yoxel. Alex in the paint, shot is no good, and rebounded by the Cardinals. And Cardinals will call a timeout. So they call a full timeout, so we will take one with them. Minneapolis up 69-40 here, 5:32 left in the first round of the Hoisington SubState here at home against the Hoisington Cardinals. We'll be back after this word. You're listening to SalinaPost.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 20.
Choose your beautiful new countertop, granite or quartz, from the large selection of slabs of granite and quartz in stock in the Creative Surfaces showroom. Your new countertop is cut from the actual slab of granite and quartz you select. Creative Surfaces is a proud supporter of Minneapolis Lions.
See the guys at AutoTech for all your automotive repair needs. Quality automotive care from alignments to transmissions and everything in between. Proud supporters of the Minneapolis Lions.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as the Lions have the 29-point lead here in the first round of SubState. Nice job by Minneapolis tonight, Mike and Dale. They've done well here. Hoisington will have the ball to inbounds. They get it into Schremer. Schremer will set it up for the Cardinals. Schremer drives. Oh, nice job. And the bucket. And the foul. He does a nice job of driving the lane there. And he'll get the bucket. First foul on Rothenberger. The and one shot is up, and it's off the mark, rebounded by. And it should be off. Oh. Well, you can't complain too much about that crowd. They call it off of Macy, or Yoxel, excuse me. They will get it into Dolachek. Dolachek. And there's going to be a foul on Mortimer. Whistled with the push.
Our 9th team foul. 4th personal on Gage.
Shot is up, no good. Oh, that's a big rebound. That's good thinking by the big boy Owen. He knew it was a 1-on-1, and Minneapolis fell asleep on that.
He's the only one that did. Rothenberger fouls him on the late reach-in. 10 fouls apiece now.
This is the double bonus now. Owen's shot is up in front rim.
Well, we thought it was a go there.
We were ready on that one.
Yeah, well, they got a little bit of a chewing from the sideline here. Checking in will be Grant Dolachek. Checks in for Ryan Broder. Second one is up, and he makes that one. 69-43.
26
Ball comes across to Mortimer, back out to Eric Yoxel. Eric misses the shot in the lane, can't get it. Tipped out of bounds off of the Hoisington Cardinals. It'll be Minneapolis basketball. 5:06 left to go in the ball game. 69-43, Lions with the ball and the lead. Into Yoxel, and can't get it, and he's going to be fouled by Dolachek.
Keep waiting for that magic 30-point difference to get here, make the clock run.
Is it 30?
Yeah, in the 30 in the 4th quarter.
Shot no good on the free throw.
Get on and see the purples play.
Huh?
Want to get on and see the purples play.
That's right there on Big Monday, aren't they?
Yeah.
Kansas Wesleyan on TV.
Second shot is up. And he makes that one, 70-43.
See if they can do any better than the Jayhawks did.
Goodness.
Schremer with the ball. Well, they're at Oklahoma State. It's a tough place to play. Schremer with the bucket. Shot no good, and ooh, wow.
There's a foul from behind.
That's a hard foul, too. As walking the other direction will be Gavin Rothenberger. As Grant Dolachek, the hard foul.
Time you have 22 turnovers like they had, it's tough to win, especially in Stillwater.
Speaking of the Jayhawks, I see they're going to rest Mr. Embiid for 3 games.
Gavin misses the front end of the 2-shot double bonus foul.
Got a bad back, I guess.
Yep. A lot of those big guys get bad backs or bad knees.
Second one is up, and he makes that one. 71-43, Schremer with the ball as he crosses the timeline. And stolen away by Eric Yoxel. Nice job, Eric. Yeah.
Travel.
Nice job by Eric. Thought he had the steal right there, just couldn't quite keep it, so it'll turn the ball back over to the Cardinals.
Thought he was going to
Bill
have the
Walton,
runaway
They had to
there.
ice his knees down after every game. UCLA.
Yep.
Back in the 70s.
Schremer with the ball. Minneapolis picked up by Lane Nichols at the top. Minneapolis goes to a man. Schremer with the ball, and he travels with it. Turns the ball back over to Minneapolis. 71-43, 4:35 left to go here in the ball game. He would get it in to David. Picks up his dribble, gets it back to Nichols. Nichols back to David Johns, crosses the timeline, back to Mortimer. Mortimer back out to Nichols, back out to Johns, back out to Yoxel. Eric Yoxel in the ball game, back over to Mortimer. Mortimer on the outside, he moves it around to Nichols. Back over it goes to David Johns, back over to Lane. Lane does a nice job kicking it back out to Mortimer. Nice pass, nice finish by Gage Mortimer, as there's your magic 30.
Now the clock will run.
And Hoisington clears their bench. Ball goes back on the outside to Schremer. Schremer with the ball as he will kick it back on the outside to Reif. Oh, nice steal by Gavin as it comes back the other direction, and just brought back the other direction. Nice job by Dolachek. Back to Owen. Owen.
Look out.
Oh, nice job, Gavin. Thought he had a clean one right there. Nice job by Gavin Rothenberger. I'm sure the official thought there's no way he can block that. There's got to be some contact there.
Well, they've called them both ways, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
And the clock is running.
Shot is up and no good. Hoisington will clear the bench as they get in the only two players that haven't been in yet, and that's Brenner Donovan, a freshman, and Tyler Specht, a freshman. Also for Minneapolis getting in for the first time is sophomore, number 20, Brandon Wolf. Reebrock checks back in the ball game as well as Fleming. Shot is up and he makes that one. As that will be Owen, 6'2", Seth Owen will check out as Minneapolis will inbounds. They get it into Brandon Wolf. Wolf with the ball. Nice job by Brandon. Crosses the timeline nicely there. Gets it back to Nichols. Nichols, they move the ball around. They're just going to let him hold on to it. They get it back to Brandon. Brandon on the outside as he moves the ball around. 2:20 left to go. Back to Lane Nichols. Nichols with the ball. Back to Brandon in the corner. And there's going to be a foul against Hoisington.
Fleming will be at the line for 2 as we go on to 2 minutes on the running clock.
73-44 here. Nice opening win for the Lions here. Fleming's shot is up and it is good by the junior, Jake Fleming.
Well, they set a nice tone early on the defensive end. It's carried throughout the game. They've been tough on D here tonight.
Second shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Christopher Wright, and they will. Hoisington will call a timeout, full timeout. So we will go ahead and take one with them. 74-44. The Lions with the 30-point lead. Hoisington will have the ball when we come back. You're listening to SliningPost.com as well as Eagle Communications Channel 20.
Visit Straub International today. Your Case IH, Great Plains, Mahindra, and Polaris dealer with 7 locations. Straub International, helping Kansas grow. For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Ausherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Ausherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
Whether you're building a new house or a birdhouse, Ottawa County Lumber and Supply will have the tools and materials you need for your next project. Ottawa County Lumber, cheering for the Lions.
Welcome back to Minneapolis here. Minute 26 left to go in the ball game. Hoisington has the ball and Lions with a 30-point lead as they will get it into Schremer. Schremer with the ball as he's picked up by Nichols. Schremer in the lane, up no good, and pulled down by Fleming as he comes back the other direction. Fleming with the ball, gets it to Brandon Wolf. Brandon, nice job by Brandon to recognize that and pull it back down. Kicks it back out to Rothenberger. Nice job. Skylar Reebrock into Fleming, back out to Brandon Wolf. Nichols with the ball as they try to trap him. Pull it back out to Brandon. Brandon, he is in trouble down there. Gets it back out to Reebrock. Nice job by Brandon Wolf. And Nichols is going to be fouled right there. Nice job by Lane. 41 seconds left, and Lane will go to the line to shoot 2.
Nichols on the other end of that mugging.
Well, Scott, you asked the magic question. Is this the most points we've scored this year? Yes.
Yep, it is. I knew it had to be close.
We had 73 at one point against another opponent. This is 74. We had scored 70 in another game. Those are our 2 highest scores. And this game's going to expire on free throws.
Nichols 3 of 3 from the charity stripe.
He might not get this one off.
Yeah, he will. Shot is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by the Cardinals. And that's your ball game. Minneapolis with the 31-point lead, 75-44. They advance to the second round of SubState on Thursday night. And don't know who, you'll probably tell me in a minute who we may or may not play. So while you're looking for that, the girls play tomorrow night at 7 here. They play Norton the first round, so I'll let you have it right now, Dale.
So I've got to the right page. We will play the winner of Thomas More Prep and Norton.
And both of them kind of have very similar records on that.
And Hayes TMP is the 3rd seed, and Norton's the 6th. Yeah, TMP is 10 and 9. Norton Community is 8 and 12. They were playing. We don't know a time yet. It'll be Thursday night. I have forgotten, the guys, to do some things for the Kansas State High School Activity Association here. Read some spots. So while we're waiting for
run it, buddy,
Mike Stats, we'll do that. Ethics, integrity, and respect are values important in our daily lives. All of these important values are learned by participation in interscholastic activity programs. During competition, they are translated into one word: sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is one of the strongest educational lessons and lifetime values taught by interscholastic activities. This is a public service message from your Kansas State High School Activity Association and Eagle Communications, Channel 20. One more here. A coach once wrote, "When we lose without excuses and when we acknowledge the better team, we place winning and losing in their proper perspective. That's when we find out if we can be good sports." Sportsmanship is a goal to strive for at all times. In athletics, activities, and our daily lives, remember to act in a proper manner the next time you attend a high school activity event. Public service message from your Kansas State High School Activity Association and Eagle Communications, Channel 20. Kansas State High School Activity Association is a nonprofit organization supported by more than 757 member schools. Kansas State High School Activity Association and its member schools promote, develop, and direct interscholastic activities to contribute to a well-rounded and meaningful education experience. Positive values of competition and good sportsmanship of both participants and spectators are continually encouraged. It's a public service message from your Kansas State High School Activity Association and Eagle Communications, Channel 20. And lastly, school activities teach students discipline, teamwork, and dedication while providing them with structured, supervised learning activities. Encourage your son and daughter to participate in school activities. Participation opens the door to a lifetime of enjoyment and excitement. The Kansas State High School Activity Association and your State Eagle Communications Channel 20 encourage you to make activities and academics curriculum partners. All right, Mike, you have stats.
Scoring for tonight, Minneapolis, final score again, Dale, was
75.
44.
40 something. Yes, 44.
75-44, Minneapolis a winner here tonight. Scoring for the Hoisington Cardinals, Brad Reif had 2. Trent Schremer had 8. Flagler did not score, fouled out. Stefan Dolacek led all scorers tonight with 17. Corbin Crawford had 2. Grant Dolacek had 4. Christopher Wright had 3. And Seth Owen off the bench had 8. For Minneapolis, Josh Macy had 12. Gage Mortimer had 9. Brandon Davis, he led all scorers tonight. He had 18. John Kelly had 6. Alex Schoxel had 8. Gavin Rothenberger had 5. Eric Yoxel had 7. David Johns had 6 with 2 big threes off the bench. Lane Nichols had 3. Jake Fleming 1. Minneapolis was 8 of 11 of free throws in the first half and 12 of 21 in the second half.
Got back to our normal.
They can turn that around real quick, can't they? Hoisington 6 of 12 from the charity stripe in the first half, 5 of 8 from the free throw line in the second half. Minneapolis a winner, 75-44. They will play on Thursday night in Hoisington. Do we know what time,
Yes.
though?
Well,
more prep
well,
days.
I did find that out. If Lions wins tonight, we play early.
Okay.
Okay. If and they were
They're
winning.
playing
They,
Phillipsburg.
they were winning. So, but I do not have that score. But if Lions would win that game, is that right? You're looking at the boys, Phillipsburg and Lions. If Lions wins, we play early. If
What's the
Phillipsburg-
early time then?
I'm assuming 6:15. I don't know that. So, I don't know. I can't.
Just don't know. We'll have to watch
Have to
Kansas State High
watch.
School Activity Association website and see.
Yeah. We'll know tomorrow night at game time tomorrow night. So.
Congratulations, Coach Shoup. Coach Shoup wins his 100th
100th.
career victory at Minneapolis High School. He's the 4th head coach to do that. Gerald Shoemaker won it in his 7th season. Ended up with a 139 and 69 overall record. Kevin Williams won it in his 8th season. He's 140 and 72 overall. Coach Shoup wins it in his 8th season at 100 wins, 80 losses. And Rick Reed was the other coach. He got it in his 9th season with 100 wins versus 95 losses. So congratulations to Coach Shoup. 100 victories as the MHS Lions coach.
So it looks like Coach Shoup is heading our direction.
I'll
so,
give you my headset.
So. Congrats, Coach.
Thank you.
Congrats on your 100th victory, he just told me.
Oh, yeah?
That's
Took me a while.
Just like everyone else.
Yeah.
You're right there.
So. Yeah. Well, you know, the kids really played well tonight. I thought came out with a lot of focus again, which was good to see. And I think that's really the key for us. You know, it's from here on out, it's going to get tough. I didn't expect this one to go quite the way it did. Hoisington coming in, we were really concerned about their outside shooting, but our kids were really dialed in tonight. I thought we just did a tremendous job of being active in our zone and covering things the right way, and then rebounding really well out of it, which led to a lot of good transition opportunities for us.
Well, the first quarter really set the tone from the defensive side, because I thought the full court press really sped them up, which they kind of struggled with as far as getting that ball across the half court. They had a lot of turnovers in that, but the defense did a nice job for the Lions tonight.
You know, Hoisington's a young team, and you know, we thought our press might cause them some problems, and it did. But you know, there'll be games where we don't press a lot either. You know, we're not necessarily a pressing team. Is one of those things that we thought we could take advantage of tonight, and the kids did a good job with it.
Brandon Davis had I think he led scorers for the Lions tonight. Brandon did. I think, is that what you said, Mike?
Yeah, he led all scorers tonight, I think, with 18, unofficial.
Right.
But it's nice when he gets out early and starts playing with some confidence. And he played nice center field for us on defense. Your full court pressure forced a lot of turnovers, but he was finding that passing lane quite a bit. And,
yeah, he was.
And yeah, he was dialed in that first quarter, and it's good to see him playing well.
Yeah, you know, Brandon came ready to play. And again, I think a lot of that's the product of our kids really moving the ball well and getting those opportunities in transition and then sharing it. And, you know, when we have problems, it's a lot of times it's self-inflicted, especially on the offensive end, because we don't play with a lot of energy or we just don't move the ball well. And when we do move the ball well, things tend to go our way. So.
Oh, I like your press, Coach. It's the last couple of games I've seen it. It's pretty effective. It's been really effective, actually, and it was very effective here tonight. Forced a lot of turnovers, but played with a lot of energy, and you got some kids that can play that defense.
Yeah, we do. We're pretty long and lanky. You know, I thought there were some times where we wanted to make some adjustments to how they were attacking it. We didn't do a very good job of that, so definitely something for us to work on, and we'll need to because TNP will be well prepared.
Good to have David Johns back from the flu bug he had, and boy, when he has some space and he's squared up to the basket, he can knock it down, and he got two big ones off the bench for you tonight. And I told the guys, I said, we go a long ways into this tournament. David Johns is going to have to help us out off the bench, and his scoring tonight, just those two shots.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big shot in the arm right there. But
yeah, well,
scoring off the bench is always a big thing, and
always helps. Yeah, you can't be one-dimensional when you get into this part of the season. You got to be able to score from different spots on the floor, and you've got to play good on both ends of the floor. So, it was nice to see. It was a pretty complete game tonight.
I was bragging you up on free throws in the first half, but then in the second half we kind of turned it around. So
you were the guy. Huh? Okay.
Yeah, it was his fault when we were 6-0 run, and we had first 6 free throws, and he says, we have 6 for 6 right now. Well, they're with that one tonight.
Yeah,
Well, I'll close on this, and we've talked about it. I love the fact at how we get our hands up in the passing lane. No matter where that ball is at, our hands are in the air, and I love that. Those hands are moving, and that creates a lot of skip passes coming across, and really does a nice job of knocking that ball down.
It makes a difference. It really does, and it's something we harp on constantly, and we tend to do it a little better in a zone than we do it in a man. But I thought towards the end of the game our man started getting better because we started playing with our hands up, and that does make a difference.
Well, Dale came up and demonstrated the blocking phase that you were putting on Conrady, and it was just one game too late, that blocking move.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say a lot about that.
No.
Well, Coach, congratulations on a nice victory tonight, and as we live to play another day,
thanks,
start
guys.
a streak, buddy.
Congratulations on your 100th win, Coach.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
100 more.
Yep.
I didn't want to talk to you about that before the game. I didn't want to jinx
So, as Minneapolis comes away with the victory tonight, at home, 75-44 against the Hoisington Cardinals. And I don't know if you guys got much else to say, but congrats to the boys. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night at home as the Minneapolis Lady Lions host the Norton Blue Jays.
Norton Blue Jays, a rematch of last year's quarterfinals up at Norton. They beat us by 2 in the last seconds. So we want to see if we can reverse that trend tomorrow night.
Absolutely. So for myself, Scott Ausherman,
Mike Perry,
and Dale Leech, thanks as always for having us in your home. Come out and support your Lions as we travel through SubState. Good night, folks.
Good night.